Hello and welcome to the channel. So today I've got a Scottie Pippen build, so make sure he's a small forward and we'll move straight on. So for the body settings, he is listed at 6'8" on basketballreference.com, but just for the layout of the attributes, I just found that 6'7" was a better height to go. Now for weight, we are going to drop that to 180. So that will be the minimum weight you can go. This is to help with the perimeter defense and a bit of speed. In terms of wingspan, we are going to push that to the max. So you will have a max wingspan for a 6'7" player. So that's just to help with defense and rebounding as well as a bit of finishing. So make sure the wingspan's at max. Body shape, I just chose to fine. That's just what I like. And we'll move on. So for close shot, we are just going to chuck that to 54. That just gets upgraded with the mid-range shot. And you also get a badge point at 54, so there's that as well. So for driving layup, we are going to push that to 80 because he was particularly good at finishing with layups. He's real crafty, he had really long arms, 6'8" frame, so he's a really good finisher at the rim. So we're going to get that 80. We're now going to push driving dunk as well to 92 because we all remember the Patrick Ewing dunk when he slammed it over Patrick Ewing and then pushed him to the ground. He could definitely throw it down over the big centers, so we want to get those elite contact dunks. So you will have pretty much all the contact dunks with this build, besides the big man and the small contact dunks. Now for standing dunk, we are just going to put that to 45, as you are 6'7" with a 7'4" wingspan. So 45 standing dunks, what you need just to get the basic standing dunks, and they can be really handy to have. Just to help you finish at the rim. You may catch a late pass on a backdoor cut and find that you're standing in the paint, and you need to be able to dunk, because if you put up a layup, that's just going to get swatted more easily. So you get the basic standing dunks; they should be good enough. Now for shooting, we are going to push mid-range shot to 83 and 3-point shot to 79. So you will have the 24 shooting badges with this build. Now he wasn't a fantastic shooter. He did have some seasons where he shot the ball from three pretty well, around 36%, but he wasn't fantastic at 3-point shots. So we don't want to go too high, but it is the max for the build and the body settings. So you will have an ability to shoot threes, definitely. Now for free throw, we're going to push it to 86. He's around a 70-odd% free throw shooter, so he was pretty good at free throws. And I had the points to get it to 86. Now for playmaking, we all know he was the floor general for the Bulls. In the Jordan era, there's 90 Bulls. He was the one orchestrating the offense most of the time. So we're going to get pass accuracy to 85. That's a stock standard, rating for just about every build now to get that gold bullet pass. It's so core to every build. But you will have the 9 badge points and silver dimer and needle threader and things to go with that. Now for ball handle, we are going to push that to 80. He wasn't breaking anyone's ankles, but I've watched a lot of Bulls. I'm a Bulls fan, and I've watched a lot of games and footage from back then, and I rarely see him ever get stripped on the ball. So 80 ball handle, I think, solid for a 6'7" player. And you do get the silver unpluckable with that, so you shouldn't be getting stripped a heap coming up against other wing players if you're careful enough. For speed with ball, we are going to push that to 76, which is 2 below the max. If you do go any lower, you will lose a badge point, but you will have the silver quick first step with this build. Couldn't quite get the body settings right. You can't get it to 80 unless you go shorter, and I didn't want to go shorter because I've already gone an inch below what his height is. So just a 76 speed with ball for this build. Now for defense, this is really what he was best known for. He was a multiple time all defensive player, one of the greatest probably defenders never to win defensive player of the year. So we're going to push perimeter defense to 94 just to unlock that Hall of Fame clamps, and we're also going to push steal to 96 as he was a steals champ one season. I think it was 94-95. He led the league in steals, so we're going to get that to 96 to get that Hall of Fame pickpocket. We're also going to get block to 83, so that just unlocks some extra badge point at 83. You also get the gold intimidator and silver rim protector, because he could definitely protect the rim. He gets a lot of blocks on weak side coverage, coming across as a help defender. And he got a lot of chase down blocks similar to LeBron, what LeBron made famous. So he was really, really good at blocking shots. Now for rebounding, we are going to push offensive rebound to 42 because that just gets upgraded with defensive rebound. But we are going to push defensive rebound to 72. So that will unlock the extra badge point. As you can see, it gets it to 23 and also gives you the bronze rebound chaser because he could get boards. You know, he averaged over 8 rebounds a game for a season or two, so he could definitely rebound the ball. And I want this build to be able to play a bit of power forward if it has to. So you will be able to get some boards. Now for physicals, we are going to push speed and acceleration to 79. Now you can get them to 82 and 80 respectively, but I found that for speed and acceleration, 77 was the best fit for the build and what it allowed me to upgrade elsewhere to get badge points and ratings that I needed. So 77 speed and acceleration. In terms of vert, we do need a 80 vert for the elite contact dunks, so make sure the vertical's 80 and the rest will go on stamina for 90 stamina, and that's the build. So in total we have 18 finishing, 24 shooting, 25 playmaking and 23 defensive badges for a total of 90 badges on this extremely versatile small forward build that's, you know, a pure lockdown that can handle the rock, shoot from distance and has elite contact dunks. With a 6'7" frame with a max wingspan, you know, this would be furious to play against and you should be able to get plenty of offense going with this build as well. So for all my small forwards out there, or my wing players, this should be a really great build for you. Now for takeovers, I just chose extreme clamps because, you know, he could clamp down just about anyone. That's what people say, you know, Scottie Pippen, one of the greatest defenders of all time, could literally guard 1 through 5 if you had to. The team, just for secondary takeover, I just chose team ratings boost because he was the floor general for the Bulls during the 90s. So as you can see, you've built a two-way mid-range maestro with shades of Anthony Edwards, OG Anunoby and Latrell Sprewell. Interesting comparisons of, you know, the defense is pretty high, but you know, those players are there. Anunoby's a really good defender and Anthony Edwards probably has the offense as well. But we'll take a look at the badges. Now finishing, you know, Scottie Pippen was really athletic, so we want all the slashing probably badges golds, you know, limitless takeoff, posterizer, slithery finisher. And then for the rest, you know, he could catch lobs, definitely get that on bronze, get that fast twitch to help get up those standing dunks that we unlocked. Get unstrippable on bronze just to help not get stripped. And then for the last two, you may just want fearless finisher and mouse in the house just in case you're playing on a guard, you know, a real short shooting guard that's, you know, possibly having to play small forward. You can take advantage of him down low. Now for shooting, he wasn't a great shooter, so probably just all the catch and shoot, you know, off the ball shots. He wasn't pulling up a lot or shooting off the dribble. Most of it was off catch and shoots. So, you know, catch and shoot, obviously, hot zone hunter, you know, sniper on gold, limitless spot up, you know, green machine, dead eye, slippery off ball, bronze, just a handy badge to help move around the court. You may want lucky 7 if you play with your friends and you're playing a quick offense. And then you may want corner specialist on bronze, and then, you know, he was reasonably clutch. He wasn't necessarily a clutch shooter, but he made clutch plays, so I feel comfortable putting that on bronze as well. Now for playmaking, like I said, he wasn't breaking anyone's ankles. He was more of a safe ball handler that had really great court vision. So, you know, unpluckable on silver, quick first step on silver as well. You know, you got the gold bullet passer, you know, as a floor general. You know, tight handles is great, just so you don't get stripped, you're not loose with the handle. Needle threader, glue hands, dimer. And with the one left, you may want handles for days, just to help with some stamina. So that could be a really great layout. You may want to put extra in there to get downhill, just help with a bit of speed. But that could be a really great layout for Scottie Pippen. Now for defense, this is really what the build is going to be best at. Definitely defense. So we want chase down artists just to start with on bronze, just to get those animations. Pickpocket at least on gold because he was really great at getting steals. You know, rim protectors there. You got the tireless defender. You know, pogo stick, interceptor on gold. You know, clamps on Hall of Fame. And with the last two, you may just want to put on rebound chaser and intimidator. You know, if I was to get all the badges that I wanted, I'd probably have to drop that down to gold, maybe intercept down to silver, so that I could get pick dodger, defensive leader, and box out just to help with rebounds. So that could be a really great layout for Scottie Pippen. All in all, that's the build. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a really great day.